This is not. Tell me what would. This is not. Tell me what would. This is not. Tell me what would. Sometimes I feel like we're trapped in a never-ending night. A society dominated by might makes right. Those with power calling the shots. Those with power firing the shots. Those without receiving the shots, bleeding and leading to burials and funeral plots. 6 feet deep under the earth. So tell me this, what's a black life worth? Discrimination written into our system of laws makes me want to take a time out, press pause. Staying your ground feels like an uppercut to the chin, since those rights seem to only be granted to those with white skin. Our system perpetuates white privilege and white supremacy, cops with itchy trigger fingers, homicidal tendencies and biases that tell them that black equals criminal. That bias is there whether overt or subliminal, because if the system is racist, then racism will find its way into people's thoughts, their hearts and their minds, and it takes an active resistance to fight back and not be complicit, but fix it, rewrite that, because history will continue to repeat itself if we let it. And if you think we live in a post-racial society, then you just don't get it, because this is not. Tell me what would. This is not. Tell me what would. This is not. Tell me what would. Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Oscar Grant, Sean Bell, Amadou Diallo, the list goes on and on. Did they all deserve to die? Were they just thugs, just animals? Do you buy into that lie? Do you buy into the propaganda of a system where the cop that kills an unarmed black man becomes the victim and the dead black man gets portrayed as the devil? If I were killed, would they portray me on that level? See, I can say without hesitation, it's a fact that I've been pulled over for driving while black, for fitting the description, that's the line they give. And if I talk back to that cop, would I live? Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. I'm just reaching for my wallet, officer, don't shoot me. And would the killer not even be brought to trial? And would so many people just live in denial and trust the criminal justice system that ignores the evidence and refuse to look at all the historical precedent? It's like thinking back to Emmett Till. These days they're killing Emmett still. This illegal chokehold on justice is hard to believe. In fact, it's making it hard to breathe. Cause this is not. Tell me what would. This is not. Tell me what would. This is not. Tell me what would. So what would Christ like? Would he stand for this? Would Christ join the protest, raise a fist? The teachings of Christ go beyond just charity to confronting oppression, standing in solidarity, having open, honest, sacred conversations, raising banners, raising children to fight against discrimination, raising money to fight the Ebola epidemic in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, saying Black Lives Matter and seeing that globally, not only if it's close to home, standing for the oppressed, whether based on race, sexual orientation, gender, class, whatever the case. Christ wouldn't call people illegals out of arrogance and ignorance, for Christ would understand that he too was an immigrant. Stand for the least, the lost, the depressed, strive to find ways to fight for the oppressed. All hope is not lost, but there's work to do. It starts with me, and it starts with you. Cause this is not, tell me what would, this is not, tell me what would, this is not, tell me what would.